Hello and welcome to Stackflow Tech. In this video, we are going to create our project, which is library management system. And for such a project, such as the table. So here is a wizard. We will be using wizard, storing the tables. And then I have given the name of that object. The object type will be the table. The ID will be 50,100. And this is a book table to show information of a book. So we will need information such as the field, such as the book ID. We want this to be a code of length 50. Title, you'll store the title of the book. It will be a text, maybe 200. Then we'll have the ISNB of the book, which is a code. Let's make it 20 or 50. Let's have genre as a code of length 20. And you can see the primary key here is the book ID. And we will create this as the table to store the book. And then the table has already been created. If you need to add another field, there's a snippet tool to add fields, which is called the table field. You click enter after clicking so you give them of the table. Let's make this field to store the status of the book. So for status, we will use field type option, and then for options, we may not need that. Options will always give you an error if you don't give this property option members. Then you need to mention the option members. Right here, we can have options such as maybe the book is available. Another one can be lost. Another one can be borrowed. If the book is with someone else, then you can still give various status based on what you want to have on your books. So there's another property. If you don't want this status to be edited, you use a property called editable, and you make it false so that no one else will, not just no one else, so that this field may not allow it to be edited. So our table is done. And if you are still interested in adding more fields, you can use a snippet TF, click enter, then give a field such as publication here. So publication here will be date. Then this will store the date. We can also have another table by right clicking there and then click on the new table. And then let's have patron. So patron, these are people who use library resources. Let's have their patron ID. Patron ID code. Let's make it length 20. First name. Let's make it a text of length 200. Then the last name. Let's keep it text of length 200. And then the phone number. We can use, then we can keep it 100. And then what else will we need? Maybe date of birth so that we can help us find the age. So this one will be date. And then for date, you don't need to mention the length of the. So that's it for our second table. Click finish. Then you realize our table is created successfully. It's clean. There are no errors. So we can create another table to store the author. So we'll call it author. I'm not calling it author since we need to stick it to singular since it's a table. So let's say you have author number. This is a code, let's say 20. Then the author name, can call it first name. Then this is a text again of last name. Here, employee table is already a table known as employee. So there's a feature in AL or Business Central that we will use so that we can use that table as employee. So for now, we'll avoid creating that table since it exists. So we'll create a new table and name it as library transaction. So it will store the, we don't need a length for an integer. And then maybe description. Yeah, a little description will be text or maybe 300. And then patron ID. This will be a foreign key. Then we'll use it code 50 because we already have patron on the other end. So we'll also make this one as no, we can do that later. Maybe employee number so that we can know who issued the, and then the transaction date. This will help us in recording the date and time, as there is a data type known as the date time. It will record the date time as at during that transaction. And if we need something else, we will always add it in the future. Or we also need transaction type. In this case, we'll use option for transaction type. So we can click finish. You can see there's an error right here. This is because we are trying to create a field without giving it property of option members. For option, they must have members. So maybe return. You can have return an option of return. Maybe borrow. Another one maybe you can have a transaction find when you want to find someone who has lost the book, and we'll keep it that way for now, and maybe make it editable false so that we can have a better way of changing the transaction type as the options.